Hey everyone, welcome to another podcast of Living a Full Life. I'm Dr. Enrico Dolcecore, and we got probably one of my favorite guests on today. I got three daughters, but my oldest one's joining us today. Hi, Elliana. How are you?
Good.
Good. She's joining us today. We're going to do a back to school podcast. And I thought, what better back to school podcast than putting students right onto the podcast and telling us how it's all going. So great. It is that back to school time. What grade are you going into?
Fourth.
How are you feeling about it?
Good.
Good. Well, at this time of the year, now that you've done this a couple times, second grade, third grade, now it's fourth grade. Do you feel excited? What are your emotions this time of the year? Like, we're going back on Monday. What are the emotions that go through your mind when we're going through back to school?
I feel excited because I get to meet new people and I get to learn more stuff. And I also feel kind of sad because I have to leave my family every single day and go to school.
That's great. I mean, we've had a pretty awesome summer, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. We're gonna miss you too. But we're all back to work, back to work, back to school. That's all fun. That's great. And these emotions are really important with your kids because understanding how they feel is going to help you as a parent guide them to the right direction. So that's always a great thing. So now we're going into fourth grade. What are you excited to learn about? What are you excited for the whole year, not just for this week, but what are you excited about for fourth grade? What's the big leap from third grade that you think you're going to go through in fourth grade?
Probably learning a lot more multiplication and more times tables. And meeting new friends too.
New people. Yeah, it's nice how they switch the classrooms up every year, right? You get to meet new friends, make new connections. It's great. Yeah, math for sure.
Yeah,
math and English. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot of great stuff. This time of the year as a parent, though, what we want to do is make sure, emotion regulation. It's an exciting time, maybe more so for the parents. I'm excited that you're going back to school, and for the kids. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Like Ellie just said, she's like, I'm gonna miss the summer. I'm gonna miss all the days we just got to play all day, for sure, until the next break, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So emotionally, so what are some things that you do yourself to help keep yourself healthy, both in your mind and in your body? What are some things that you're gonna do and always do to make sure that? Let's start with the mind. What are some things that you do with the mind to stay healthy?
I go over what I know every day, and I give my brain some rest sometimes, and I eat healthy foods every morning.
Food's important too, yeah. And we make sure we have the right bedtime at every time. Ellie's turning 10 pretty soon in a few weeks here, and she's had the exact same bedtime for 10 years. I always have to tell her sisters this. Her younger sister's always like, why do we gotta go to bed? I'm like, because we've been doing it this way since the beginning of time. 7 o'clock, time to go upstairs, 7:30 bath time, and we try and be in bed and closing our eyes by 8. Ellie doesn't know anything different than that. It's been 8 o'clock and wake up at 6 o'clock and get her 10 hours of sleep. And it's always been like that. And her sisters follow that routine as well. And that's really important for mental health, is our sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So that's mental health. You repeat the things that you learn over and over again to not only memorize them, but understand them. That's great. That's a great academic thing that you've learned, and you're really smart with that. And you eat healthy food. I love that too. Yeah, we got to stay on top of that, right? We got to always make sure we're packing healthy lunches. And a healthy lunch for kids is protein, protein, and protein. That's really what it's all about. But the fun stuff with the carb, they need their carbs to stay awake and feed their brain. The brain only fuels with glucose. Glucose is a sugar that comes from carbohydrates, fruits, and some vegetables. So we need those things in our diet as well. So we usually put in a veggie or two, some protein. What's your favorite protein that we pack?
Probably I don't know. I like a lot of meat.
Salami.
Yeah.
Salami is a good one. She loves that, and then a fruit in there as well, and maybe a little treat there. Snack time. Have some carbohydrates there as well, and that's a good day for our elementary type kids, those age groups. That's great too. Now, physically, we got to stay healthy physically too. You're really good at this. What are some things that you enjoy doing that keeps your body moving and keeps your body healthy?
I like learning. I like exercising, and I just like moving.
Yeah. What's your favorite sport or activity to play?
Either gymnastics or dance.
Yeah, you've been really big on both these last couple of years. It's been a lot of fun watching you do that. Gymnastics has been absolutely great. So that's great. Keeping the body moving, always having something to do. How many times a week do you think we go out and do those things, dance and gymnastics?
Um, we used to do 2, but I think we're moving it to actually, we might stay it to 2, I don't know.
Twice a week?
Yeah, twice a week.
Twice a week, yeah.
Probably.
Gymnastics. With gymnastics and dance, yeah, it could be 2, 3, 4 times a week. They kept themselves busy for sure. That's great, but it's important to have those things as well. Extracurricular activities for our kids to keep them moving, keep them active. It's really important to incorporate those things in their daily life as well. So, how do you stay active at school? Does your school do anything to keep your body moving? Do you guys do anything there?
Yeah, in my school, we do lots of, like, breaks, and we do a really long recess at the end of the day, and we just keep going.
Yeah, and during recess, and do you have any like activity classes, like physical education or anything like PE?
Yeah, we have PE, we have nature, which we go outside and just walk around looking at things, and we also have garden.
Yeah, your school does a great job.
Mhm.
They go to a unique charter school where it's a nature based school, and not only do they do PE every other day, but they also have nature and garden where they get to go outside. It may not be physical activity intensive, but they go out there and they learn about nature, so weeds, plants, birds, animals, everything there, and then how to grow a garden, how to sustain food. Right, that's pretty cool too. So those are great qualities, and hence why we chose that school. But absolutely great. So they keep them outdoors, and that's based on the values that we believe in as doctors and our kids being under our supervision. Is that they got to keep moving, they got to be outside, and academia will come. They all learn as they grow. So pushing academia at an early age, like for kindergartens and first graders, doesn't really make sense to really push them academically. They should be out learning about ants and garden and soil and plants and all that good stuff. And then as we go through and they learn to read and do math, then we can get more into academia. I think that's a standard protocol for most curriculums across North America. So that's great too. What are some things that you look forward to when you do go to school? What are some of the funnest things that happen each day?
I really like recess at the end of the day because I get to move a lot, and I also like eating lunch in the middle of the day, and I like playing with my friends too.
Mm, mm. But no social studies or
Uh,
English or math. It's funny. No, I knew that was going to be the answer. The fun things, or what are the fun things, are they're kids, and we gotta make sure they get that time to play with their friends and be together and be outside and have the fun that's there. Because academia can get kind of redundant. It's all English every day, math every day. Yes, they got to learn. They're going to do it. They're going to learn. It's amazing what their brains can do, but that's every time you ask them, that's not the funnest thing in their life. So that's cool too. So make sure we facilitate those things as parents to make sure they're having play dates, fun, inviting people to their birthday parties. How many people are coming to your birthday?
I don't know
You don't
yet.
know. She's got a lot of friends. A lot of girls will be here. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So, as a parent, these are the people listening. I don't think we have any fourth graders listening to my show.
No, probably not.
So a lot of the parents that are listening, back to school is stressful. And now that you're listening here, Ellie, for parents as well, we got to get everything ready for you guys. We got to get school supplies. We got to make sure your schedules are there. We got to make sure that you're organized for the school year and all the events that you're going to do and prepare our time with you. So that's really important for us as parents to do that, and it can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Take the time, prepare early, don't wait till the last minute. All the little things that parents know, but we still do the same mistakes. And make sure you spend time and quality time. Now weekends become very, very important for families moving forward, because now parents are working all week, kids are in school all week, and the weekends become more, almost more precious time together. So making sure you find time to spend with the family in the evenings and together around all the hustle and bustle is really what healthy family dynamic is all about. So really just spending time together. So no matter where your kids are in age, whether they're going into elementary like mine, or middle school, or even high school, or even college, I mean, these are our children. You want to facilitate and help them as much as you possibly can. The older they are, the more self-sufficient they are. But that's the important things to take away with as a parent. What are some tips that you have, Ellie, for kids that you maybe go to school with, or that of that they can do when they're getting back? I mean, what is some advice you have for them? Maybe they're scared to go back to school. Maybe they're anxious about who's going to be in their class. Maybe they're worried about bullying. Maybe they. What are some tips for kids that are maybe worried. What do you do when you're worried? What do you do to prepare yourself?
Whenever I'm worried, I just go and see what's going to happen. And then if I don't like it, I'll tell my parents. And if I do like it, I'll tell my parents too.
Okay, so you just go into it.
Mhm.
You're like, what makes how do you make yourself just even though you're worried? What makes you go into it and be like, okay, you know what? Even though I'm worried, I'm going to go do it. What ends up happening when you do that? Even though you're worried and you go into something, what makes you brave enough to still do it and not just stay in the car and not get out?
What makes me brave enough is just I know in my school, a lot of people are nice, and I remind myself of that. And I know if they're not nice, then I'll tell my parents, and my parents will try and help me. And
Great.
then that will help a lot.
Yeah, that makes me proud. That is what it's all about. So giving them making them understand that the world is a good place, and once they go in there and they experience that, they know who to talk to at the end of the day. So I love that you said your parents because we're the rocks. That's awesome. It's a great episode. Maybe we'll do another one with my middle daughter. I think she should do one too, right? She'll be a
Yeah.
hoot. That's great. So back to school. Don't stress out. Everyone should just implement organization at this time. Get your calendars ready. The best thing you can do for kids, especially young kids, is structure. Parents, create a structure, create a routine, create a schedule, stick to the schedule, and the rest is a little bit more digestible for all of us. Otherwise, chaos kicks in very quickly when we're all scrambling and we have random schedules. So I know some parents have like shift work and different things where they work days and nights. It all becomes difficult, but just organization at the beginning can save a lot of strife and anxiety for everyone. Good luck this school year. Have fun. And I can't believe that we're back to school. Thanks for being here, Ellie.
You're welcome.